The number of Idaho children becoming victims of online predators is growing. Just ask a local mom whose girls will forever deal with the pain of being exploited. Tonight, On Your Side wants to help keep your children safe.
In an exclusive story, I'm taking you inside Homeland Security investigations in Boise to see how agents capture child pornographers and rescue children. I want to let you know we have gone to every length to protect all the victims in this story. That's why you won't see their faces or know their real names.
Just this bomb has been dropped in my lap.
That bomb, for Jane, was finding out her husband was not only distributing, but also making child pornography. And that wasn't all police told her.
What would you say if we told you that it was your girls?
That's right. A Twin Falls father coerced his own little girls into sex acts.
4 years old. If it's daddy that tells you it's all right. Who are you to question him, you know?
He snapped illicit photos of them on his iPhone.
But it was just like the center of me had been ripped out.
And sent them all over the world, even to a sex offender in Australia, all via the web.
You look at a picture of my ex-husband, he looks normal. He does not look like a pedophile.
We've investigated cases involving music teachers, former law enforcement officers.
These Homeland Security agents spend every day tracking the worst of the worst online, all from right here in Boise. They're determined to take down anyone dealing in child porn.
I think a lot of people are naive that it's actually so prevalent.
The statistics don't lie. Last year, the feds discovered 5 Idaho girls being victimized. Already this year, 31 Gem State children have been identified as victims in Homeland Security investigations.
In the last year, we sent leads to, the UK, New Zealand, Australia, Jordan, South Africa. The South Africa case led directly to the rescue of 2 children.
That case is all thanks to a first arrest in Idaho. Local agents discovered a man in Sun Valley who had graphic images on his computer. After 2 years, officers are still working to untangle hundreds of email addresses, proof of how hard it is to catch a child pornographer. But so far, they've snagged 9 predators, including a music teacher in South Africa, a West Point cadet, and the man from Blaine County. When you're trying to work a case, it's all pretty much here. For the first time ever, Homeland Security allowed our On Your Side cameras inside Operation Predator.
This is actually a seized computer from one of our cases.
The room is not flashy.
This is pretty much the real-life CSI.
Just like the criminals they're chasing, agents spend their days tied to computers, either trying to snag a predator online or sorting through mounds of evidence.
The data on that hard drive is what will make or break our case.
What's on those hard drives is enough to make you sick, even for police on the front lines.
There's no way you can be prepared for this stuff.
Yeah, and it seems like in the last 5 years we've seen more violent images, more images involving very young children, toddlers, infants.
You want to reach through the screen and grab that child and help them, but you can't.
By the time an image of an abused child ends up here, the damage is already done. Being parents themselves, these Boise-based agents know fighting cybercrime starts with education.
What's not okay, certain kinds of personal information and inappropriate information.
They routinely conduct classes for parents and educators as part of Project iGuardian, showing them how easy it is for a stalker anywhere on the internet to start grooming a child.
If there's a social media site right now that is popular with kids, chances are there's someone on there who's looking to exploit a child.
Their best piece of advice? Keep the lines of communication open with your children. Don't scare them, but be honest about the dangers online.
Unfortunately, you're going to have to talk to them about these things and say, hey, there's people out there that are looking to exploit you. And you're going to have a frank conversation with your child about what that means.
Jane only hopes her girls are too young to fully remember their dad's abuse. But the disgusting photos he took are still out there and may never disappear.
That's something I'm going to carry around with me forever. That maybe there was something that I could have done to prevent this.
Jane's husband is serving 30 years in the federal pen. Federal agents say predators know how to find children online and they know how to lure them in. It's a process known as grooming. According to Homeland Security, here are some of the signs. If your child starts receiving gifts through the mail or making calls to unknown numbers. If a child turns away from family and friends, if they spend lots of time online, or if they minimize the screen or turn off the monitor when you come into the room. Also, agents tell me, don't forget how many devices in your house are actually hooked up to the internet. We're not just talking about computers and cell phones here. Predators are lurking online through gaming devices. If you would like to schedule a Project iGuardian presentation, or if after this story you have a tip you'd like to share with agents, we have a link for you with all of that information right on our website, IdahoOnYourSide.com.